Hello, welcome back. We are starting a new semester this August, fall 2025. So I just wanted to give you a brief introduction to Organic Chemistry 1 here. Just a very quick brief introduction before I made some videos directly getting into the concept. So I decided let me start fresh here with some concepts and Organic Chemistry 1, like what all are covered in OChem 1. So usually you take this course after general chemistry, but lately I have been seeing students taking organic chemistry 1 before even Gen Chem 2. But I would like to give you a brief introduction here. So the first chapter is going to be structure and bonding or introduction to organic chemistry. So this is pretty much covered in any university you go to. These are the topics that are covered in organic chemistry 1. So in structure and bonding, you just learn about valence electrons, formal charges, Lewis structures, whatever you went through in general chemistry, you are just going to take a review on that. The new concepts would be resonance and Newman projection in structure and bonding. And the next one is after that, usually they jump into acids and bases to get you introduced to pKa's and Ka values and which side the reaction is favorable. So that is what is covered in acids and bases. Then you get introduced to organic molecules and what are functional groups. Here is where you get introduced to IUPAC naming, nomenclature. Some professors wait till they get to alkanes to introduce to IUPAC naming. Some cover it here and they may combine the alkanes and the functional groups as one chapter, this one and this one. So it just depends, but I prefer to keep it separate. So you will learn about what functional groups are, what are boiling points, melting points, and their trends. And the spectroscopy, like until like 5 years ago, I haven't seen spectroscopy as part of OChem 1. I was seeing them in OChem 2, but for last 5 years, I have seen couple of professors using spectroscopy like mass spec, IR, and if possible, NMR spectroscopy in OChem 1. So I just put it as in a red mark. It's one of like hard concepts, like it's not about memorizing. You have to like just focus on it a lot, like it's like reading graphs. So I'm just leaving it here because I'm not sure some universities are covering them in OChem 1 and some are covering in OChem 2. And coming to next one is alkanes. So alkanes, alkyl halides, alkanes. So here you're learning each functional group is going to be its own chapter. So every functional group being its own chapter, they all will contain, the common thing is nomenclature, how to name them, synthesize, how do you make them, and then the reactions, how do you apply it? Why did you even learn to make it? So how are you going to apply it? So most of the reactions are going to be overlapped between alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. Like, there is always overlap of reactions. So whatever you learn, synthesis of alkanes may be reaction of alkenes. So it will be like an overlap that way, and you get introduced to concept of isomers in alkanes. Next is stereochemistry. This is one of the important chapters. You see them in MCAT, and this is the one chapter where students struggle a little bit, but it's very fun chapter. I'll try to make it as fun as possible, where you learn about stereochemistry, stereoisomers, chirality, and Fischer projections. So this is like a very special chapter. And next comes alkyl halides. The alkyl halides is a very important chapter because you will learn the nucleophilic reactions. What is SN1, SN2, elimination reactions, like how do you remove molecules, how do you substitute them, and how do you add them. So addition reactions are part of alkenes because alkenes are the ones which have a double bond in them. So you have to learn how to break it. That is like addition reaction. I'll go in detail as once we get into the chapters. So you will learn about a different kind of stereochemistry here where it is cis trans easy. I'll explain you again as we get into it. And then other one is alkynes. Alkynes is triple bond. So triple bond reactions, you are gonna learn more about. Under alkyne reactions, you'll get introduced to reduction and oxidation. So how do you put hydrogens onto the triple bond to make it into a single bond? That's reduction. And if you put oxygens and remove hydrogens, that's going to become oxidation. And the last one, usually they conclude the chapters or conclude OChem 1 with alcohols and ethers. So how do you, when I say about ethers, it could also include peroxides. It depends on different professors. So these are the main things that are covered in OChem 1. Some professors even get into like aromatic reactions. They may either end with aromatic in OChem 1 or start OChem 2 with aromatic. So the exceptions between different universities would be spectroscopy and aromatic reactions, which I didn't add because 99% of the time they're in OChem 2, but I just wanted to give you an introduction. So this is all are covered in OChem 1. I hope this helps. Thank you.